Good morning everybody, it's Friday the 24th of April. Welcome to your Friday workout. Let's see what we have on the board for you this morning. Okay, let's have a look see. So we have every 4 minutes, so one round is going to take 4 minutes long. Every 4 minutes you're going to perform 12 over-unders. So now those of you who've done over-unders before, you'll know what those are. If you don't, we're going to go through them. You're going to perform 12 over-unders. We do have scaling for that. And then whatever time is left of that 4 minute period, you're going to perform in round one, you're going to perform as many jumping lunges in the remainder of that time as possible. Right? Then that's round one. Round two, you go back to, you do 12 over-unders, you've got 4 minutes on the clock, and then whatever time is left on the clock, you're going to go into holding wall squat, or you're going to go into a wall squat. You're going to hold that wall squat for as long as you can for the remainder of that time, for the remainder of that 4 minutes. Third round starts, okay? Third round, 4 minutes long, you go back into jumping lunges, and round one, 3 and 5 are going to be jumping lunges, and round 2, 4 and 6 are going to be wall holds in that squat position. So we've got 6 rounds in total. So the total amount of work period is going to be 24 minutes long. 6 rounds of 4 minutes each round, 24 minutes long. Okay guys, so that's the workout. Let's have a look at the movement, and then we'll look at scaling options for you as well. Okay, so first one is going to be an over-under. So this one can be a bit spicy. I'm going to show you what you're going to set up with. So what we're looking for is a step up and over. So we're going to do the first one first. Okay, first progression. So let's see if we can get this set up nicely. Let's see if this works for you. Sort of, kind of doesn't work so well. Let's set up this way. Okay, so a nice way to do this, if you want to use something slightly lower, you can use this with a chair and a broomstick. Okay, just make sure that your broomstick is set at a decent height, that you're not going to step over it. So your first progression, you're just going to do a step over, right? You're going to do a step over, you're going to step over, and you do an air squat. Oh, you're going to step over, you're going to step over, an air squat. And that's going to be your progression. You do 12 squats on each side. So it's step over, air squat. That's 1, step over, air squat, 2. That's your first progression, your step overs and squats. Your second progression is going to be a squat with a jump over. So squat with a jump over, you can either go over sideways and go over forwards, over the ball, squat, over. Okay, your third progression is going to be a kickback. Right, so you're going to do a kickback on the side, kick back, jump up. You can do step overs if you want to do step overs. You can do kickback, step over on the side. Right, if you can do a full burpee and a full jump over, you can do a full burpee, full burpee, jump over, full burpee, jump over. Right, those are all different progressions. And then the full movement, you're supposed to slide underneath the PVC pipe. So you're going to do a jump over, and you're going to slide. Oh, you can do a leopard crawl, and you're going to jump over, and you can maybe do a roll, whoop, and jump over, and you're going to jump over unders. 12 of those. So those are going to be your over unders. You can either do squats, you can do kickbacks, you can do step overs, you can do jump overs, you can do roll underneath. Woo! Okay, so that's going to be your 12 over unders. That's going to get your heart rate up, as you can already see. And then what do we do? We've got your burpee jump overs, burpee squat step overs, squat step overs as your scaling options. Whatever time is left on the first round, we do jumping lunges. So scaling for your jumping lunges. If you want to start with just normal reverse lunges, is your first option. Right. Oh. Scaling your first options. If you're good with that, and you can go for jumping lunges, jump, change. You may want to put something under your knees or under your shins. Right, and you can do it on a mat. Jump, change. You want to be properly warm for this, because it's going to burn the legs. As many jump lunges as you can. Count your reps, right, and count your reps for each round. That's going to be your jump lunges. If you're not doing lunges, either because of the knees or hips, or because it's just too much work for the legs, scale it down, and we're going to go into sit-ups. So sit-ups, chin tucked in, top of the toes, and you do as many sit-ups in the remainder of that time after your step over and unders or your jumping overs and unders. Okay, so that's your scaling for your lunges. So either doing lunges, jump lunges, or sit-ups. And then the next movement, we've got hold wall squats or wall squats, holding at the bottom. Your scaling options are just to do tempo squats. So if you can do a wall hold, you want to make sure that your feet aren't too close to the wall here. Take a nice step back, step backwards, and we should try and get about 90 degrees in the knees. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Back straight, chest up. Make sure the knees are pressing open slightly. By pressing the knees open, it's going to fire the glutes. Stomach's nice and tight. Back straight, chest up. Try not to hold on your hands. Hold, burn if you want to go a bit deeper. Ooh, deeper's worse. Hold your arms out there. Back straight, chin tucked in if you want to. If you need to get back out, lean forward into it, press against the wall, come back out. Hold it for as long as you can. You may not be able to hold for the full duration of the remainder of the time of that 4-minute round. You may need to break it up, hold for 60 seconds. Oh, you hold for 60 seconds, the clock's going, 10 seconds to go. Your legs are probably gonna look like this. And then when you wanna come out, you're probably gonna battle to get out of the bottom of the wall squat. So that's gonna be your wall holds. If you're not doing wall holds, you do a tempo squat. And what we're looking for is just a really slow squat. It's a slowly down and slowly up, slowly down and slowly up. And every time you're trying to get nice and deep, slowly down and squeeze up at the top, slowly down. Tempo squats. And again, whatever time is left of that 4-minute period, you're working those tempo squats. There's no rest built into any of this, okay? So you may find that with your heart rate going up, you may need to, at the end of that 4 minutes, at about 3 minutes 30 seconds or 3 minutes 45 seconds, or depending on how much rest you need, you may need to build yourself rest into that 4-minute period. But every 4 minutes, try and start that new round. So 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 16, okay? Every period, you've got 4 minutes of work. You may need more than rest. You may find that these 12 over-unders are going to take you up to a minute to do. Then you may want to do your jumping lunges or normal lunges or sit-ups for maybe a minute or 2 minutes. That gives you up to 3 minutes of period. You're going to give yourself a minute's rest. If you're a bit fitter and you're able to work for longer, work up to 3.5 minutes, work up to 3 minutes 45 seconds. So you only give yourself 10 to 15 seconds rest. Next 4-minute period start from the beginning. Okay, guys. So it's quite a little lung burner. It's really going to hit the legs hard. So if you're conditioned and you're fit and you're strong in the legs, you can work this hard. If you haven't done a lot of leg work, take it easy. Okay, rather substitute these walking lunges for sit-ups to give your legs a bit of a break and your lungs a bit of a break. And then the wall holds and the squats you can work as well. Okay, make sure the back stays safe, make sure your knees feel okay. Make any suitable progressions that you need to see fit on any of those scaling options to make sure the workout is doable for you. Alrighty, so remember, this is the unloaded version. If you go onto our website, crosstheplet.com, if you click on the home workout icon, it will open up to your page. And then there's a fully loaded, which has got all the gear. There's a partially loaded, okay, which is kettlebells and dumbbells, and then there's the unload version. And you'll also see that what we've done is we've got a WOD description or a workout description of how to attack the workout. This is what you're looking for. What kind of stimulus do we want you to do? What we want you to try and aim for, and targets that you can hit, right, during the workout, that you get a better idea of how to approach this workout and make it suitable for just you. Alrighty, so that's the workout. Enjoy it, and we're going to go through the warm-up briefing shortly. Right, guys, so we have the warm-up. So we probably need to have a little bit more of a warm-up this morning before we really get into all of this going on here. So 5 minutes of skipping, running, do shuttle runs, run around the garden if you've got a track, do fast feet up and off a plate or over a line, anything that's going to get your heart rate up for those 5 minutes. You're going to need that to get your cardiovascular system switched on. All right, once you've done that, we're going to go through some single leg bridges. So have a quick look at this. What we're looking for, we're going to work on the floor. Let's get this out of the way. All right, so your single leg bridge is to get those glutes activated. Okay, make sure the quadriceps are warm so that you are better prepared for the workout that's going to come. So single leg shoulder bridge, we're looking for one leg in the air. Make sure that this heel here is pulled in towards the glute, and you're going to keep the weight in the heel so the glute can activate. When I'm pressing, I'm focusing on pushing upwards with the hips. Press up, okay, hold at the top, roll down, press up and hold, feel the glutes fire, exhale down, 2, press up and hold, exhale down. Make sure that the work isn't coming from the quadricep. So all too often what we see is this quadricep pressing downwards and the knee falling out the side, and the work sits here and in the front of the knee. Your job is to try and get the work into these quads. If you feel that you can't open up those hips enough, do a bit of mobility into the front of the hips, stretch the quadriceps out, go into that long lunge stretch, which we're going to take you through now. All right, so press up, hold, you're going to do 10 on the one side, get that firing nicely, then you do 10 on the other side, keep the leg to the middle, roll back down, 10 on that side. That's going to be your single leg shoulder bridge. The next one we're going to go to is a long lunge stretch. So you can start in kneeling position again, then a step forward, okay, back leg nice and straight, hold on the side, and we're going to go backs and forwards. So we're opening up this front of the hip here, right? You may find that you may want to do this one before we go into that single leg bridge, which will allow that hip to open up and the glute to fire more. Once you've done 10 of those, knee comes down and you're pressing the hip out the side. Remember, when we do this, I don't want to see the ankle. It's not an ankle roll. Okay, well, I don't want to see any stretching through the ligaments of the ankle on the outside. Make sure that the foot, this ankle stays straight and the body rolls and this whole ankle moves as one. Press out to the side. So we're going to do 10 to 15 on that side. Then we're going to change. Step forward. Remember, back leg's nice and straight. Keep this hip nice and low. Shift into the front of the hip. Knees come down after doing 10 of those. And again, knee out the side. Pressing, stretching. Make sure you mobilize it outside of these hips. You're also going to feel a bit of the groin. It's going to allow you a better squat position if you've got some more range of movement inside the legs. Okay, once you've done the long lunge stretch, we're going to do a warrior stretch. So warrior stretch, probably easiest way to do this from a body weight perspective without any weight is you're going to sit almost into a squat position. So get your feet nice and wide, toes pointed out, and you're going to drop your hands onto the heels or onto the ankles, and you're going to drop your bum down. So you're stretching inside the legs. And what I'm looking for is to try and drive these knees open with my elbows to get nice and deep. In this position here, you're really going to feel the lower back's going to stretch a little bit, right? And you're going to feel this is going to work here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press, I'm going to turn to the ceiling, up, stretch, back one, up, stretch, 2, up, stretch, 3, and take your time to stretch out. Feel that rotation through the hips and through the lower back and the shoulders. Right, that's going to be your warrior stretch. And then wall squats. So wall squats, I'll show you on this side. Let's see, let's do it over here. Okay, start slightly lower. And what we're looking for is we're trying to get your toes as close to the wall as possible, right? So from there, shoulders apart, hands on the side, and instead of the knees coming forward, I want to feel the hips going backwards, but you're going to try and keep those arms in that overhead position. From there, press back, press back, press back, press back, press back, press back, hold, stand. Press back, press back, press back, press back, hold, step up. If you feel that you can do that without your knees driving into the floor or into the door or into the wall, bring your feet a little bit closer. And the idea or the game is just try and get those toes right against the wall. So from there, hands up. Okay, you can actually start with the hips pressing back, press back, press back, press back, cheap, good, without falling backwards on the side. Okay, so it's a great drill to focus on keeping that midline nice and strong, back straight, chest up, arms on the side, working the hips without too much quadriceps going on. So we're going to do single leg shoulder bridges, 10 on each side, long lunge stretch, mobility in the hips, so do about 10 on each side as well. Your warrior stretch, do 5 on the side, 5 on the other side, and then your wall squats, do 5 of those. Do a second round, shoulder bridges. You should feel that the glutes are firing a whole lot better. Second round of shoulder bridges, second lunge, long lunges, back into warrior stretches, back into wall squats. The second round should feel a whole lot easier. If you feel like you want to do a third round, do a third round. Okay. That's the warm-up part. Next part is going to be the workout prep, so preparing for all of this going on here. So what are we going to do? Some step-ups. So there's quite a lot of leg work, so you really want to make sure that those glutes and legs are firing. So step up, so you've got your box, you can use a chair, use a low step, right? Anything that's going to give you sufficient height to get this working. And what you're going to do, you're going to step up, press up, and you're going to do, say, 10 reps on one side. Keep the foot on the box, keep the foot up there, 10 reps on the one side, change, step up, 10 reps on the other side, press up, change, hold, hips are going. Then we're going to do a lateral step up. So the same thing, okay, same foot on the box, but now you're doing a bit of a lateral movement. So there's slightly different emphasis on stabilizing the hips. Okay, you're firing a little bit differently in the glutes, midline staying nice and strong. Make sure you're not collapsing into the body. All right, and then do 10 on the other side, lateral step up. Again, the work is not the quadricep. Make sure the weight is shifted back into the hips, so you're firing from the hips. Pressing up, 10 on that side. Then we're going to do jump overs. So from there, if you can do a step over, you can do kind of do like a step and a skip, step and a skip. Otherwise, do a jump over the side, jump over the side, do 5 or 10 jump overs. If that's too much for you to jump over, take something slightly shorter and jump over, jump, jump. That may be enough for you, okay? Be careful that you don't land on this, so you don't roll your ankle and fall. Whatever, over crawl, jump over, crawl unders. Then you're going to set up your workstation. Right, you're going to set up your station for your over unders. You're going to jump over. If you're going to do crawl unders or roll unders or slide unders, okay, use that, jumping over, slide underneath, or you can do that step over, get the hips warm. Then we're going to go into your lunges. Okay, stepping back into lunge. Give yourself 5 lunges on each side. Once you do 5 lunges on each side, then we're going to do your jump lunges. Jump, dump, jump. 5 lunges on each side. That's going to get your heart rate up. And then last position, just test. Make sure that wall hold for you is going to be okay. Nice and deep. Oh, back straight, chest up. Walk your feet forward. Shoulders back. Hup. And you can hold. Feels like corporal punishment. Pretty much is. All right. And then when you're done, 30 seconds of that. 1 round of that should be enough. If you feel that you're not 100% warm, do another round. Okay. Set your clock, get your stopwatch out, set your 4 minutes. Make sure you're watching it, make sure that you can see what it is, and go for the workout. Okay, remember the workout, 4 minutes, every 1 round. Do those 12 unders and then do as much work as you can in the rest of that 4 minute period. And that's the workout for today, Friday the 24th. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow morning.